think let's take a look at the team lineup for now. We gotta see who are on their roster. Are there any changes? Are there any swaps regarding anything else?
Probably not. This will be Rosa, Alien, Sunshine, Tianzi, and Apex 47. Wonderful performance during the group stages, almost taking a game away from Blacklist International, then winning against Bird and Falcon. Unfortunately, they lost a tiebreaker, but they had a great performance all throughout.
Looking at as well the other side, we have MDH Esports from Vietnam qualifying through the Mekong qualifiers. Dominant performance by them.
Who will be able to pick up the most priority pick? That's what we are looking out for, and it is going to be Incendio in the first pick.
All right, first pick Incendio, and you can already see the bands coming in. Fanny, Carey. Meanwhile, for MDH, taking away the Joy and the Wan. Two picks that have been phenomenal. And again, I think throughout the knockout stages, we have not seen just yet. Wolf, should we expect something different from the draft coming in from the first match of the day, where S11 and RSG let a lot of these heroes open? Remember, Fanny wasn't banned nor picked at all in match 1.
Yeah, to answer your question, yes, I think we're going to see it differently aside from the fact that Eve is going to be the priority for both teams. Because if you look back during the group stages, both these teams, even when they're playing in different groups, they have prioritized that hero. So apart from that, I think we can see somewhere along the lines of maybe a Lolita perhaps, because it was banned out in the earlier stages. Even a Hayabusa at this point is not a long shot for both teams.
It is as well. It's going to be MDH banning away the counter. I feel like this, between these two teams, is going to be the battle between the majors, right? It's going to be the battle of Rosa going up against Need My Help, right? And I feel like this first pick is definitely going to go for that Eve. But rest assured from the side of Incendio, even if the Eve is not picked, there is always that Farsa that, Rosa could actually fall back to.
Incendio have a lot of options to play with, right? I mean, when you talk about Incendio in the group stages, sure, we could just talk about the gameplay, but personally for me, I felt like their drafts were really impressive, and they have a chance to once again display it here by going for a flex pick.
Yep.
Eve is the prio pick. That's what we expect them to go for, but they can also just go for something like a Grok, or perhaps just a Valentina, a flex that can dictate the drafts. With the Valentina first pick, though, it's a hero that we have not seen a lot of here in the knockout stage.
It's weird, right? But at least in the lower bracket, we hadn't seen that before. Now it's one of those priority picks that you can never really go wrong, because no matter what your opponent picks up, you have a chance to copy it. Fredrin is also a priority for MDH. They will not be taking it. And then there is that choice of getting the Claude now, so that you will not have any problems in your marksman department later on. But I think the Eve still is a good pick for MDH.
I mean, MDH could definitely go for the Eve, but then again, you'll definitely be giving that real-world manipulation over to the side of Rosa with the Valentina. But the only problem about the Valentina is that very short range, right? You got to really go up to the face, the first skill, second skill, and then get out. By then, you may take a lot of damage. And Wolf, as you predicted, there's a claw being picked up by MDH, and there you go. Leslie going in to the side of Incendio.
Last time this happened, it was literally last game. RSG, they picked up the Leslie to counter the Claude. But what did that activate? The backline threat from the enemy team. And right now, MDH have a chance to, again, just pressure the Leslie. In lane, I would say, Leslie is such a good pickup against the Claude. But in these team fights, it's so difficult to pull her off.
It kind of makes me think that maybe Lolita or the Grok will be the next choice here for Incendio, or maybe something like a Cho. But yeah, both Lolita and Grok can protect this Leslie if ever. So that will be the Grok. And I guess what's different here is that the Leslie is an anti-tank in a way. So Fredrin might not have the best time for this one.
Your prediction has been going pretty well right there. Grok being picked up by the side of Incendio, and then it's going to be a Hayabusa over the side of Joga.
Yeah, we mentioned this too.
You are about to mention that. What is? You're on fire right here, Wolf.
Maybe because at least this is what we saw in the group stage. And Incendio, with all due fairness, we saw a lot of games from them. They played 5 games. So there's a big sample size on the patterns that they're doing. So this looks to be one of the more standard ways that Incendio is actually drafting towards to.
Kufra band 2. Incendio might be setting up for an assassin pick for themselves. Meanwhile, here we do have a fun fact for everybody back at home. TNTK, the coach of MDH Esports, was a player of CyberX together with Nart and in MSC 2021.
Yeah, I remember
You like
that.
the way I said his name?
Yeah,
don't
of
you?
course. I've been listening to you during the group stages, but of course, looking at the bands coming from
Yeah, I got it.
MDH, right? And then looking at the bands coming from Incendio, I could smell a link coming up. But then again, Hilda is wonderful to counter against that link.
Yeah.
But as well, from the side of MDH, they need to ban away the Hilda because you also want to protect your Hayabusa during the earlier part of the game. But because, MDH doesn't pick up the Eve early on in the draft, you're going to expect Incendio's never going to let that go.
I wonder if MDH is considering either a Farsa or maybe even a Xavier. The thing with, or Lilia, I mean. Lilia is a hero that you don't give really a good ultimate to the Valentina as much as you would like an Eve or a Farsa. And that's also true with the Xavier. So instead, it's going to be Lolita. As we expected earlier on, it's going to be great versus the Leslie. You understand why they took that up. Oh, they pick it up quick. Wow.
And
Oh,
the
there it
Estes
is.
too for Incendio Supremacy. They pick up that Martis. That's going to be so good up against this composition that wants to technically CC you down. Need my help on that Xavier. All right, we've got our draft set. Need my help is going to be very careful here because last time we saw Incendio play the Grok, Alien went for weapon mastery and all he did was flicker to the mid laner and the gold laner.
Yeah, I feel like the last part of the draft was very rapid fire. Feels like Incendio MDH, before entering the banning phase, they know what they're going to go for.
Yeah.
So expect them to be comfortable in talking about execution. But in terms of the team composition, Wolf, what are each team good at?
Late game is definitely what MGH wants to go for. They want to make sure that the Xavier as well as the Claude is going to output the damage. But when it comes to the actual composition, if it's a head-to-head, I think that the team fight will definitely be favoring Incendio Supremacy. This is the Turkish ube that we saw during the group stages. We call it Turkish Delight in the Tagalog stream when I was casting there. But I don't think that it's a thing in internationally, but at least in the Philippines, it's a thing. Turkish Delight, right?
You know what? Let's bring it to the English desk. Going for the Ube strat as well. It is going to be Incendio going up against MDH in game number 1. First, this is the best of 3, mind you. So first team that wins will definitely gain that momentum.
And so far, we've seen that the first game really matters a lot, especially considering both these teams run on momentum too. In the XP lane, Alien already with the help of Apex 47 dealing a whole lot of damage. Flicker very early on, not even a minute has gone by, and that's a massive battle spell already.
Yeah, another thing to highlight as well, Wolf, you were mentioning Alien is holding on to that weapon mastery as well. So expect Alien to just go full damage drop, and MDH will need to brace themselves. That wild charge may not be just only an engage tool, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, this is a weapon master drop. By the way, this is the third time that Incendio did this, and it seems like what the King actually did is a response to what Incendio has been doing for the past 3 games when they're doing the XP lane Grok. Because what he did was to sacrifice his battle spell so that at least he'll get 2 minions, because the Grok blocking the lane in the XP lane is actually difficult to deal with if you don't sacrifice anything. So this is like actually MDH correcting the laning stage against Incendio Supremacy.
Yep, right now, TNZ on the other side of the map, the turtle will be spawning at the bottom side instead. It is also a 2-1-1 composition coming up from both these two teams, prioritizing on protecting their marksmen to get them up to standard, up to the items. But here we go, Nart finding Apex in the jungle.
47, Apex 47 is down. First blood over to Joga from MDH. Vietnam coming back strong here in the knockout stage. Already starting with a pretty good lead. Turtle control is not going to be for Incendio for now, but you can already see the movement from Rosa trying to get that mid control back in.
Yeah, at least Apex 47 was able to go back into helping and supporting the team fight later on at the turtle stage. But then again, MDH being the late stage part of the team, Incendio on the other hand, I think they cannot give too much resources, but Joga already chunking down that turtle.
Turtle number 1 already very low. You can see now, Numina Blast pops in. Tianzi is able to steal it away. That's gonna be the King knocked up, taunting up 3 members. The Dawning Light not dealing enough damage just yet. The King! Oh my goodness! A massive Appraiser's Wrath to turn the tides. But Rosa is still healthy. Takes a kill back in for Incendio. That was so much damage.
The King came. He literally landed down that big sword, but Rosa, Rosa. 1 HP.
Rosa!
Rosa!
My goodness, Incendio as well as MDH, they're really bringing out the big guns. Wonderful flank coming up from Rosa, who stole the ultimate coming up from Nart. He copied the Lolita Luminum Glass and had a great angle from the backlines. That's why TNZ was able to snatch the turtle, because it was at the right moment when the retribution was already on the threshold that they can take the turtle. That gave the advantage to Incendio's supremacy. And unfortunately for MDH, Need My Help didn't have the Savior ultimate in that case. He had to wait for a few more seconds. That's why they didn't have as much damage as INC.
Oh, Joga is looking at TNZ right here. Shuriken would not be able to land for now, but then because MDH pushes TNZ away, Incendio is putting so much pressure on the top side, which is where Sunshine is. They want, both these two teams, they really want to get the marksmen up online as quickly as possible, but then again, Joga going in.
That's a shadow kill popped in onto Rosa, who's still able to get out. Again, both teams pushing the pace, but it's only 3 kills on the board.
It's not too far away, Mirko. Like right now, but hold on.
Mobilization coming in, Numenon Blast charged in. Rosa gonna be stunned up with Apex. Nart finds a massive stun, and it's followed through very, very well by MDH. 3-1, and hey, last time most of the talents predicted RSG, they lost. Now,
Mirko,
most of the
don't bring
talents
it up.
are predicting Incendio.
Why are you bringing this up? In the meantime, it is going to be Incendio. They need to put some pressure on Joga, but here we go.
Alien versus the world, knocked up, stunned up, but has the wild charge to get out.
When you see a Grok doing that as a defensive, it doesn't look good, right?
Yeah, 3 members of MDH have physical damage, and with the Weapon Master Grok and the XP lane, he's very tanky against those heroes.
The King again in the front lines, getting the HP back in, and that's Alien.
He's so tanky.
Finds the turtle. Joga jumps in with the quad shadow and the shadow kill, but it's Tienzi who finds the kill back. Rosa stole it away. Nart now going to be the target down, as that's going to be the sustainability from Incendio. Tienzi finding a double kill with the decimation.
The double kill decimation on top of TNZ is going to allow him to snowball out of control, and that's exactly not what MDH want to do. They have a very strong control in the early part of the game, but they let it go.
Knowing the Grok is just with 2 Legion Swords and a Fury Hammer with the Weapon Master, is very tanky against physical attack, and he even dodged the Savior attacks. The moment that you saw the power of nature, you have to avoid that, because that's gonna hurt. Even just the first kill of the Grok at this point is going to tear down the defenses of MDH, who apparently only has 1 physical defensive item, which is on the Lolita, and that's not going to be enough.
Yep, the Leslie has already had the Berserker Fury. That is a big item housed by Incendio, who's already starting to get the necessary items to basically scale out of control. MDH need to find some way to stem that bleed, but TNZ is already hard invading.
All right, I have a question. How much damage does Alien do with the first ability? Because Joga did not even get a chance to retreat. That was just all Alien.
Exactly. I think it's, if I would guess, it's
Down the world.
1.6k. Yeah. At that point, early on, that's actually a lot.
That's a retribution.
That's a retribution, basically.
It's like it reminds me of the Bauman, right? You use your ultimate
Yeah.
and the Retchi that's like double Retchi, but now Incendio, Alien on that. But hold on a second, they really want to try to force this.
Numenon Blast charged in. That's the sandwich play by Tienzi under the turret. Finding one. Joga looking for the quad shadow. Sunshine
my
flickering
goodness.
out. Has that sustainability to help him out. TNZ is going to be able to decimation. Teleports back. It's a disaster for MDH. It's a double kill for TNZ. And they're looking to capitalize on to the first turret up in the gold lane.
TNZ is building a snowball out of the dead bodies of MDH. Incendio, on the other hand, is just so strong against MDH. I thought there was a chance for MDH, but then Incendio snuff it out.
And they get the turtle, they get the turret up top too. In fact, inching the lead out to what? Maybe 6,000 gold up at this moment. You're gonna have to hand it to INC. This Turkish delight strategy with their Estes is just so good.
It's not a delight.
No,
Man, look
my
at that! Alien
goodness.
jumps in with a wild charge. Oh my goodness, the healing comes in clutch too. The King unable to find the Appraiser's wrath. And again, I do believe it's not a Turkish delight because MDH are not enjoying it.
Oh, they're not enjoying it, definitely. The moment that you see someone not dying for INC, the sustain is gonna be there. So MDH, the only way for them to engage is to get a pick off. All in on one hero, eliminate that. The moment that you don't get a lethal initiation against Incendio, you're in big trouble because now you have overextended. They can easily punish, and there's no team fight for you afterwards.
The worst part is just take a look at MDH, the state of their map. It's looking very dire. On the other hand, Incendio, they've got all the defensive structures up. They have all the time in the world. MDH is not allowed to scale all the way to the later parts of the game. But even with the Claw, take a look at the items. Golden Staff as well as the Demon Hunter Sword already built. Plot is already online, but it's just MDH unable to find the initiation.
I have to ask you this question again, Wolf, right? We mentioned this during the draft. MDH likes to go for the late game draft. Alien, not taking any damage, just walks back. Absolute Chad gets the wild charge too. And the King is going to be the one who has to back off. My goodness, but back again. Early game comp from Incendio. MDH with the late game comp. Can they withstand the storm?
Oh, if they do mass damage onto Need My Help and they keep them alive, maybe there will be a chance. And Joga, unfortunately, he picked up the Hayabusa against a team that likes to play the Estes. And Incendio Supremacy will now be separating themselves from each other. The only outlier might be the Grok Alien, which is a physical defensive beast. So to answer your question, it will take a lot of mistakes from Incendio Supremacy for MDH to win it in the late game.
But if you're on this stage right now, you do not want to bank on your enemy's mistakes. You want to be the one that's creating opportunities, right, guys? But from the side of the Claw, I'm looking at him. He needs to try to find the backline. But then again, it's just the Apex 47 just shut down every single plan that MDH have.
Incendio technically don't have a back line. Sunshine, you could mention Sunshine, but hey, he's always in the middle, not the back. The person at the back is actually Apex 47, who now already has the immortality. It is a free Lord. 9 minutes in towards Incendio. 7.7 thousand gold lead, and MDH again, like you mentioned, Wolf, they need to bank on a mistake at this point.
See, if you see a Grok like with a first skill dealing 2.6k damage on,
I'm out of here. I'm not playing.
Gonna get out of there. I think he's building up. He already has Pepsi, so with wild charge from the bush, he is gonna pack up a punch.
A punch? You mean getting knocked up in the
air? Is that what you call a punch in the Philippines?
No,
that is not a punch.
That's not a punch. Because Incendio right now, they're marching down with that Lord on the top side. MDH, you saw, even with Xavier, the items, it's not enough damage to do anything at all. The ultimate just barely tickles the Lord, not even trying to steal that Lord away.
Oh man, it just, again, so hard for MDH right now. They want to scale up, but they're not given any room to play with. Tianzi walks up, can take all the damage, can get stunned up, but it doesn't matter, he's on a Martis.
It's just so hard to watch, ladies and gents, especially from the side of MDH right here. Incendio already setting up the siege point now. It's going to be the top side. The Lord's already marching in. Sunshine can attack from a long point. Yes, there's a scout, but it's only stating the obvious. MDH and Incendio is obviously leaning towards the top side.
What a godly lane freeze here. They utilize the
Grok, my God,
so that they'll be able to easily take some of the outer lanes, and now they have the Lord on their side up top.
Well, one thing that MDH has going for them is that high ground. Alien! With the flicker onto Nart, that's the cancel, and that will give them the free base turret. The King gonna be caught in the middle of that fight. It's still a good defense by MDH. It looks super good for Incendio, but MDH, wow, again, that high ground power is working out for them.
Man, MDH, that could have gone so worse. Look at the Dawning Light, just barely tickles Incendio right now. They're so far ahead. Sunshine's already taken up top. It's going to be a fight.
That's the sustainability right now as Tianzi jumps in, disrupting everything. Gonna be taken down. Tianzi was waiting there for the BMI. Now it's gonna be Need My Help, who's gonna have to back off. Apex 47 smacks. Nart falls. The King now gonna be able to actually get back to the base. No minion waves, but it just might look like Incendio will end the game. 12 minutes in, the wall placed in to stop the minion waves from crashing. The King still in front, trying to buy some time before that's gonna be the Mystic Field popped in by Sunshine. A decimation does not care about the sustainability of the Frenchman. Incendio secure game number 1. Match point.
Incendio Supremacy showing us the Turkish delight, and MDH is finding it way too spicy. This game a little bit shaky for Incendio in the early game, but MDH just lost it around a bit, and then came back for a re-engage.
Exactly.
But speaking about re-engage, both these two teams will need to face each other again as we hop into the draw for game number 2.
All right. You said that they might go for the Grok ban, right? Firstly, we got to see who actually goes for first pick and who's second. There you go. MDH, first pick. Grok ban. It's okay, boom. Down. That's that, man.
Yeah, did they just literally like tell them what to do?
Okay. Kaja is up for grabs. Glue is open as well. There are a lot of heroes now that are open. Carry too. And that's going to be the first pick. The carry, but man, the Glue, the Kaja, both open for the side of Incendio.
And both great against the carry. So I think you 100% go for the Glue this time. And maybe consider something like an early Claude or maybe a third pick Claude. For now, your options will be Valentina and Kaja. It's two heroes that are very good as well for Incendio. And we saw Rosa played that Valentina so well.
You know what else is really good up against the carry? Farsa.
Farsa
right?
is also...
Rosa did a really good job on the
That
Farsa in the group
is
stage. I think right now, I don't know about right now, first pick, but it can definitely be the pick later on.
Yeah, I feel like the Farsa is really good because your main goal is to land just at least one shot of the Feather Airstrike on top of Marksman, and all of a sudden the Marksman just doesn't really dare to enter for the fight. But another hero that I have in mind is that Kaja. What a carry wants to do, I want to fight you close range, and when you're close range, you're susceptible to that abduction from Kaja.
Yeah. Alien returning into the M series, playing for Bedell back in M3, and the only player from them, and of course Paranoid is also a coach from Bedell, and now they're representing their region so well. Are we going to see something like a Faramis for MGH Esports? They haven't picked that up. Oh, they did in game 1 against Malvinas. Decent versus the Glue, but instead they go Kufra, well, they still go Faramis.
Stop it, Wolf! What the heck?
I don't know.
You're on fire today. Not only you. Okay, I'm not
Are
going to
you
bring that.
MDH's coach? Secretly?
I wish. I wish.
Not only you're on the desk when the two regions got okay. I don't want to be salty about that.
Let's not go there anyway.
Let's not go there anymore. But Faramis and Wolf being picked up. It also from the side of Incendio, the
All right.
Farsa is going to get picked up. Wolf, man, your predictions.
Your knowledge is rubbed off on me.
right.
I got the Farsa, you got the Faramis. All right, we're cool. Jace, now it's up to you.
I got the Kaja, I think.
Oh, okay, there you go.
We're all cool.
We're all good. We're all cool.
We got the quota done for the day. Lapu gonna be banned though. Does seem like again Incendio want to respect that backline threat. They have a Farsa. Very easy to cancel the Feather Airstrike. Not like the Eve.
Yeah. Benedetta and Yuzong will be the choices now for Incendio Supremacy. I think I'm favoring the Benedetta ban as it is a hero that can actually win a lane against the Glue in a way, because you can just go to the backlines and be okay. Maybe this is something that MDH Esports will be considering later on. For now, XPA should be the priority for bans when it comes to Incendio Supremacy's draft. While for MDH Esports, they're going to be looking for the carry counters that we have. I will not be surprised if it will be the Claude as their last man.
I think
Hayabusa.
I think apart from the Claw that's going to get banned away, the Hayabusa ban going in from the side of Incendio, I think what Incendio is trying to do is making sure that MDH is not as comfortable as possible. The Martyrs will be removed by TNC. They have no answer to that, so might as well just take it away from Incendio, right? But however, there's another interesting point is that technically speaking, the Faramis is also quite a good counter against that Glue.
Well, you can say that. I think that you can also consider like a Fredrin now. Even when you already have the Glue for Incendio, absolutely, because you have your frontliner. Although it might have a little bit of a problem against the carry, but you kind of have to have someone to get into the front lines, because even when you have the Glue as well as the Kaja, you have to have someone in front. Unless they want to go full-on assassin now for Incendio, but knowing the way that they draft, they don't favor that. Maybe something like an Amon will be the last of their choices.
That's what they picked last time. And okay, I was about to really hype it up when you got that. But Brody comes out. A good choice, with all the marksmen already banned out here. Bea, we saw the 1-1 earlier. up against the carry, you can go for the Claude, but the Claude is not a good matchup up against the carry.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you go in Blazing Duet, and then all of a sudden it is going to be the fireman's activating the ultimate, and then all of a sudden, you know, your damage is basically going into the drain, and there you go. I wanted that aim on the side of PNZ, but it's going to be MDH taking it away as well. Not only just that, there's also another potential dive coming up from the Benedetta from the side of MDH.
It's just how it is, Mirko. And the Benedetta as well. We talked about this. It's going to be good versus the Glue, at least in the laning stage. That is why they might have picked up the Brody. No, come on, Assassins. No. Wait, please don't.
No way.
No way.
You all saw.
We saw that.
You all saw that.
Oh my god.
Don't, zoom in.
Okay. If that will be the case, this is definitely a throwback to what the Ube started with.
Gonna go for the Ube.
Blacklist Ube loves that.
He's gonna tap it.
3 seconds. What is it gonna be?
What's it
the
gonna
suspense. It's a Leo Mord for Incendio. I thought it was gonna be another Yisun Shin, but nope, it's Leo Mord. Haven't seen this in quite a while, especially after the patch. Up against this composition, up against Amon. Thoughts?
Okay, so a little bit of tankiness in there, just a little bit. But what I like about it is that if you put the opponent very low, and then you pop the Faramis ultimate, right? Eventually, your Oathkeeper passive is going to have a great time because everybody's going to be low after the fact. So you have your burst damage coming out from the far side. You have your sweeper from the Leomord. Eventually, the Brody will be a problem because unlike any other marksman, the Brody is not that concerned about the Benedetta getting in front of you because it's quite tanky. You can go for the stun as well. If you don't get outplayed by the eye for an eye, you're gonna deal a lot of damage and stay in team fights. So it kind of makes sense to me. However, this is a much better, well-rounded draft coming up from NDH compared to game number 1. I wonder if their team fight is as good as what the draft promises.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point. Incendio looking to send MDH back home to Vietnam, but will MDH bite back? We have to take a look at game number 2.
They have to bite back, right? It's now or never. If you're MDH, there are no more chances. This is it. It's knockout time.
We're going to be trying to force the retribution, but already with the leash coming up from the carry, it will be no problem at all for the Amon. And so far, Incendio Supremacy have been clearing the way much faster than MDH. I wonder whether the first rotation it will be. Seems like they are considering the purple buff, but knowing that the Faramis is going to be a problem, they will just back down.
I feel like Farsa is a really strong early game, right? Your first skill or second skill basically do a lot of damage. You can easily shove the wave and then start to rotate. And to help her rotate even faster, there's always that wing by wings. And I really like how, Wolf, you're talking about they need a cleanup crew.
Yeah.
We're all thinking, you know, Assassin to go back to the backline, clean up, and then move away. Technically speaking, an Amon can only target one person to burst him down. Yes, there's some collateral damage with the ultimate, but I want someone that could consistently go in and clean up. Therefore, that's where the Leomord comes in. So I really respect what Incendio and Supremacy has done, but for now, it feels like a party happening at the bottom side.
Oh, it's a lot of members from MTH.
Yeah, man.
Are they even like trying to concede the early turtle fight? This amount of people that they're deploying here, Nard might be there for the follow, but Apex 47 will not bite the bait.
This is why the glue is meta. So oppressive, and with Rosa coming in, it's Yeti out of nowhere with the Phantom Steed just riding along, picking up first blood over in the XP lane.
Yep, just picking up something that he is supposed to do. Basically, that's why I was looking for the cleanup, right? Incendio, what their gameplay is to burst people down and then leave it up for TNZ to clean it up. But now Joga is already landing down as much shots as possible on that turtle, looking to use the ultimate on top of someone. Right now, MDH has to try to forfeit, but oh no, it's enemy Apex walking the wrong way.
Oh, those are the shards. He's going to be able to burst Apex down. Now TNZ caught, has the retreat, picks it up, backs away. It's a kill, traded in over for the turtle.
So Incendio Supremacy bought time because they know that without the purple buff, without the ultimate, Joga will not have that much presence in the turtle fight.
White! Rosa with the airstrike is able to survive, out-damaging, need my help, and Nart. What?
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
That's the power of the Farsa, right? Basically landing down a feather airstrike right where he stands. But here go another team fight.
That's just the combo coming in. The torn apart memory is going to be able to take the gold laner down. Joga dumps in, but the damage is not enough. Rosa once again able to survive. TNZ coming in, zoning Joga away. Walks up like a Chad. It's just the Chad game. Incendio are Chads.
Turkish Chads. Not even delightful anymore. And because of how Apex and how TNZ just set it up, Sunshine was able to absorb every single turret energy away. And Sunshine is definitely going to get more gold as compared to his counterpart.
You cannot just be complacent if you're MDH. You always have to be on your toes, because the moment that we saw the MGH just releasing their grip, bottom lane's already being pummeled down.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Hehe. Sunshine going to be able to pick up a kill here. No, my goodness, Sunshine finds it in the last second. It's a double kill for Need My Help. It's a better trade for MDH. And now, it does seem like in terms of kills, they're getting back into it. Rosa with Feather Airstrike forcing Need My Help to flicker out.
I think you're training a gold laner for a gold laner. I think it's still okay, especially when, you know, Sunshine is only one death, right? And don't forget, Incendio is already, in terms of gold, he's super ahead, especially after Sunshine just landing down the damage on top of the turrets. But let's take a look at the emblems. Anything that Wolf, what do you think is actually popping up for you?
I think the choice coming out from the Brody this time, which is the killing spree.
The Divine Judgment onto Joga. Nart able to save his jungler with the Tyrant's Rage. But just like that, no retribution on Joga. And that means it's a free turtle over for the Turkish Incendio supremacy.
So the killing spree choice now for Sunshine is totally different from the Brody that we saw earlier on with the Weapon Master, right? So I would assume that there will be a time where Incendio Supremacy will snap and activate that Turkish Delight once again. Maybe in the mid game, maybe around 7-8 minutes. We're going to be grouping up together, want to try to outrun MDH and just take the turrets after one another.
Yeah, but it's going to be Nart engaging, bouncing ball onto Apex 47.
It's a good read, but it's only onto the Roamer right now. That's the Phantom stay with the flanks and the Feather Airstrike to just melt down the Cold Altar. TNZ with the double, running Nart down. That's the bouncing ball to stop the engage. And Incendio just are happy with a 2 for 0. Backing up for a bit. Nart charging the Tyrant's Revenge, but Alien stops him in his tracks.
Absolutely delightful, right? You can see the power of Leoma right there. Just counteract every single thing that what Need My Help wants to do. Looking at the items, already a Hunter Strike, already available for TNZ. Not only just the fact that he's going to do a lot more penetration, he's going to have that movement speed buff in order for him to chase down any targets. It's all up to Nart to activate the bouncing ball at the right timing so that TNZ doesn't have that follow-up.
And that is why you saw the theory on Leomord, why it can be good against the Faramis, because what you do is that you chunk down your opponents with the Farsa, and when they activate the Cult Altar, they are going to be stunned up because their HPs are low. When the shield has run out, you actually stun them, which is, not going to be in favor of the Faramis users. And you saw the Oathkeeper just deal so much damage against the members of MDH after the Cult Altar is done. And it gave a lot of map control now for Incendio Supremacy. Now they're trying to push top.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push top. Sunshine Nart is actually just jumping right in front of Incendio.
He's gonna fall. Oh my god, it's a fadeaway. Nart gets a Tyrant's Rage, but it's all in desperation. Apex 47 is still alive and Sunshine picks up a double. It's a dominant game. Incendio are absolutely steamrolling their opponents.
Incendio is just burning MDH alive, using Sunshine as basically like a siege unit as well. They are so greedy in this one, taking not only just the turtle, but also at the top side. They are so ahead, and MDH need to find some way with Nart, find a good engage, hopefully catching Sunshine.
All right, what can they do, right? If you take a look at the replay here, Wolf, tell us what they could have done better, because it feels like Incendio are just so far ahead.
They're under their turrets. They already have that condition. However, they were pincered. And Nart activated the ultimate quite too late. If it had been an early ultimate usage and just sacrificed himself, it could have been totally different. But MDH are not reading what INC is doing. They're not willing to sacrifice like the smaller pieces so that their late game comp can have a strength in the late game.
Nart jumps in, but it's only to get poked down. Free turret, tier 1, taken down. TNZ with Phantom Steed chasing Joga down. What? Then the Shards just did nothing. Holy moly.
Nothing.
How?
Well, didn't even, it took a shield out, I guess.
Yeah, just that's a big problem, right? The biggest amount of damage as an assassin was just nullified by one shield. That's how far TNZ is ahead
Oh, man.
against
Radiant
That's
armor.
That's why.
With the
Radiant
Radiant armor as almost like a second completed item, there is no way Joker can find assassination on his counterpart.
Well, that's very smart if you think about it, because he knows that even when he's not an actual frontliner, Leomord is almost like a frontliner because you're always on the front. You're always trying to fight. A Radiant armor nullifies the Ghost Bursters as well as the damage coming out from Amon. Knowing that he will be in the front lines anyways, so that the others can set up, all he had to do was to sustain. Yes, he does have the Hunter Strike for the damage, but he'll be outputting a lot more attacks because of the Radiant armor.
Yep, and in order to, he can survive even longer, right? He's gonna stomp down MDH, better airstrike going in. There was also a lightning chunk in as well. It's gonna be also the King trying to look for something.
Looking for a Divine Judgment on the other side, and Sunshine just takes the kill. Just no counterplay there. MDH, they tried their best. Well, they did defend the tier 2, but it's all for a kill over the Incendio, and now they have full control of the Lord that just spawned.
Maybe some miscommunications coming out from MGH is definitely not a good move coming out from King. Sure, you have the Petrify. You can take out the Farsa, but with this amount of lead coming out from Incendio Supremacy, you'll easily be punished by your opponents, as we saw in the clash.
I feel like the Benedetta right now, as we're looking at the Lord, basically giving absolutely free over the side of Incendio. I think what the King needs to do is what he's doing right here. Try to split push, try to create some pressure opposite of the map. But at the same time, it's also going to be MDH trying to look over, patrol around the map and try to sneak away turrets as much as possible.
Blade of Despair already picked up by TNZ, together with the Hunter Strike. And the fact that MGH are just getting demolished by the damage output of both the Brody as well as the Farsa. This Leomord is now activated. We have not even talked much about the Kaja and how great it is against the punishment of MDH. So in Incendio Supremacy, you have all of their ingredients together. Their Turkish delight is waiting.
Siege down below. The King, 1-2 basic attacks, and he's already so low. Remember, Brody, most of his damage comes in from the stacks with the torn apart memory. So if he's able to melt down opponents just like that with 2 basic attacks, man, you're in for a lot of damage. Incendio just picking turrets off left and right, mid, bottom, and even the top side has been taken down. Base turret passive is going to be taken down as well, one by one, as they look to siege down below. The Feathered Airstrike taken off. What? That's so much damage. Hehe is down to a quarter of his HP with one Feathered Airstrike shot.
That's the whole point of Rosa, right? Your main goal is to not kill anyone. Your main goal is to have enough damage to push people away. Look at him. He has the clock, he has the lightning trunking, a holy crystal already, definitely going into the divine glaive already. But there you go, conceal play going in. It's going to be not charging up.
Oh, Nart not going to be able to find anything here. The Phantom Steed comes in, and the Divine Judgment too. Nart pulled back to the team, but their airstrike popped in. Need my help, going to be melted down. 1 HP, he's 1 HP, but he's still able to survive. The base, however, is going to be taken very low. The King going to be immobilized. That's a torn apart memory. The Endless Shard does nothing. Need my help has been slain, and so has MDH. Incendio take it 2-0, clean sweeping. MDH.
Incendio Supremacy showing supremacy in the lower brackets. They will be going up against the next challenger, which is Team Hawk.
Oh, man.
I am lost for words. The aggression that you saw coming out from Incendio Supremacy was because of the fact that they played the early game so well. They knew what they needed to do in the early stages. They have found their openings in the turtle fights. They made sure that the bottom lane is not going to be stomped by the carry and the Faramis. They know what they needed to do. Alien was on point with the laning stage. It wasn't that he was able to stop the Benedetta from getting anything out of the map. But Farsa had his damage output intact, and Leomord played this so well. Everybody is picking up their own weight, and that's the reason why the Turkish are going to advance in the lower brackets.
Man, the representative for Turkey showing delight, showing pain against MDH. It is really a tough game to watch if you're a MDH fan. But congratulations over to Incendio. They will be able to go up in the brackets. But I still want to highlight that part.